developer technologies. So students who are interested to grow their knowledge in a peer-to-peer learning environment and also wanting to build solutions that solve local problems are all welcome to join us. So don't worry whether are you from Sunway College, Sunway University, or any college nearby us, everyone is welcome to join us. So a fun fact is that we are actually partnered with Sunway Tech Club. So there's a partnership within Sunway Tech Club and the Google developers. So Sunway Tech Club is partnered with GDSC since 2019, which is around 3 years ago. And I'm sure we'll continue to have more events together and partnering. And we will always do our best to bring more events to you. So once again, welcome everyone. And I'm your host tonight. My name is 𝗙𝗂𝘂𝘁𝗶𝘃𝗹. You can just call me 𝗙𝗂𝘂𝘁, and I'm the core team member of GDSC Sunway University. Another fun fact is that I'm currently the president of Sunway Tech Club. So do join both of our events, both STC and also GDSC. If you're interested to connect with me, feel free to scan the QR code on the link and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. So we also have 𝗙𝗪𝘂𝘁𝗁, who is a guest speaker for tonight. And another thing is that he is also the former committee member of Sunway Tech Club. Another surprising thing is that he is also the recipient of the Young Innovator Award when he graduated from his diploma in IT in Sunway Diploma Studies. And currently he is a Sunway University computer science student, and he is currently in his last semester. He is also a former software engineer intern at 𝗙𝗂𝘂𝘁𝗆𝗍 Technologies 𝗙𝗪𝘂𝘁𝗍𝗏, and he was also once the speaker of the GitHub Tech Night, which was organized by Sunway Tech Club. And the last thing is that he is also someone who is very, very experienced in mobile application development. So I'm sure you all will definitely learn many new knowledge from him tonight. So feel free to ask any questions in the chat throughout the whole session, and we'll be answering all of the questions by all of the committee members here. So if you would like to connect with him, feel free to scan the QR code on the screen. And if you would like to view all of the projects that he built in the past, you all can follow his GitHub or just view any projects that he built. All of them are really very cool because I've viewed some of it before and you will be very amazed by it. So now let's go. Okay, you can take the floor, Keng-san.
Oh, hi. I believe you guys are able to see my share screen on the slides, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, let's start. Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to this workshop, Flutter Festival. My name is 𝗙𝗪𝘂𝘁𝗁, speaker for today. So today I'll be focusing on Flutter instead of Dart session for today's whole content. And for your information, I've experienced coding Flutter applications since last year until today for my final project. Because of that, I volunteered myself to share my experience on how to create an application using Flutter. I'll be also sharing my understanding towards Flutter. The usage of words for certain content might not be accurate, as I will try to explain it using a more layman's term. So long story short, let's start. Okay. So I believe yesterday, Adrian has covered most of the logics about how to handle variables in Dart. Today, once again, I'll be teaching Flutter, full focus on Flutter. Flutter code-based application always focuses on designing. They are very particular with designing to keep the application more consistent. This is why we can also consider Flutter as front-end development framework. For those who didn't know what is meant by front-end, basically it is meant by the software program, the software program or the website which the user interacts with. There's also back-end, which is to handle database, the user data and API stuff. But we won't focus that on today's session. So you must be wondering, why Flutter focuses on just designing? I'll explain it later with a few examples. Okay, so now let's start with layout, okay? In Flutter, everything can be considered as a widget. Again, everything can be considered as widget. It can be images, icons, buttons, or even text. However, layout widget can be also considered as widget. Layout widget, for example, like row, columns, grid, and a lot more that you can explore with. Those I will explain in the next slides. But yeah, layout is actually very important when you create a mobile application, as there is certain rules to be obeyed in order to make your application design looks consistent enough. So if you notice, I've also mentioned the word consistent more than once, as consistent is the key to create a mobile application. Okay, so then let's start with scaffold. Okay, so in Flutter, scaffold is actually very important. Why? Because it is actually a basic material design visual layout structure. Basically, it's like when you wanted to create a Word document, first you need to create an empty document. So it's like an empty page, white page like that lah. Then you have header and you have a subheader and you have a footer, something like that lah. So scaffolds like the empty document template, something like that. As you can see from the image shown in the slides, there will be a drawer, an app bar, main body, and also bottom navigation bar. This image shows the basic of what a scaffold can include. This next slide, I will show you a real world example on Shopee with their homepage layout. As you can see from here, the Shopee app has an app bar, a main body, and also a bottom navigation bar. Indirectly, we can say that Shopee app also follow the scaffold standard lah. Remember, it's the scaffold. It spells as SCAFFOLD. So as you can see, even the scaffold is considered as the first component that will keep your application looking similar than the others. Okay, so I'll move on to the next slide. I'm going to introduce you all single child scroll view. So the main reason it's being called single child scroll view is because it is for the purpose of a box which contains a single widget can be scrolled. Again, a box which a single widget can be scrolled. So from the slides that I show you all, this is one of my mobile application project page. As you can see that there is a blue color thingy indicates that I have scrolled until either the start or the end of the page. Then you must be wondering, this is nothing special. It's just a scrollable page. However, it is advisable to use single child scroll view when there's any field requires the keyboard to fill in. I will show you an example if this page does not implement single child scroll view in the next slide. So as you can see, this is the page that is the same as the previous slides. However, if single child scroll view is not used, it will show a black stripe warning box mentioning bottom overflowed by 47 pixels. It's at here, but I don't know whether you guys are able to see. This means that the page length is unable to accommodate the main body of the page as well as the keyboard length, since it's not scrollable. So now you know, sometimes your page requires the keyboard to show up. Therefore, you need single child scroll view to accommodate it. But there's certain conditions where, for example, if your page has only two buttons, sign in or sign up, yes, these two buttons only. So you don't need single child scroll view because it's fixed already. It's just fixed. You don't have to scroll anything, or there's nothing to pop up that blocks your content or anything. So as you can see, the keyboard has already blocked the save button content. So then it is recommended to use single child scroll view for this page, this particular page. Okay, moving on. Now I'll be focusing on container. Okay, bear in mind that the things that I mentioned just now, that until later is required to create a simple application later. Okay, come back to this container. So container concept is just like the image that I showed in the slides. Bear with me that this is a container I got during Chinese New Year. It's the cookies container. Then the image on the right side shows the actual concept of container in Flutter. So as you can see, the container can be wrapped with another container. So in Flutter, every widget should wrap with a container. An image or text or anything, you need to wrap with a container. It's just like the HTML div like that. It's the quite similar concept, I would say. I'll show you the example on the next slides so that you all will understand more about what is container lah. Okay. Okay, so remember that I showed you all about the scaffold. This actually also wrap up with a few containers. First will be the biggest container, that is the scaffold. Then inside the scaffold will be drawer container, and app bar container, main body container, and finally bottom navigation bar container. So as you can see, container is somewhat everywhere in your application. It is just that you did not notice when you create the application. Okay, moving on. I'll explain on this as this can show us a better picture of how a container is being used. Okay, so based on the top left images, which is this is just a navigation bar, nothing special. But as for a mobile application developer, we will further break down this design into several containers. From here, we can see that it is actually a row containing 3 buttons. Again, a row containing 3 buttons. But as for Flutter, you can see from the tree graph here, or you can see from the wireframe at the right side of this slide. First, we need to create a container. Then inside the container, you need a row widget, or you can call it as a row container lah. Then inside row widget, there will be 3 column widget, or you can call it as 3 column container. So you must be wondering, why we need a row widget? The image at the bottom right here shows that if we did not include row widget, then the navigation bar will go from horizontal to become vertical. Then again, inside the row, the 3 buttons is created using 3 columns widget. Why 3 columns widget? Let's just pick a button, the call button. If you did not use the column for the button, what will happen? The call text here, you can see, in the button, we go to the right side of the call icon instead of the bottom of the icon. Because column is vertical, not horizontal. So that if you don't put column, it will become row lah. Then inside the column, you have an icon and a text. So for extra information, container can only have 1 child if you notice that. So remember that the image I showed you guys, the container containing another container, but do notice that the container can only wrap with 1 container. Here, you see, 1 big container can only wrap 1 small container. Cannot have 2, cannot have 3, just 1. So as you can see, the big container wrap with 1 small container only. So bear in mind that this is actually very important. So you notice that a container can have only child instead of children. So however, for row and column container, they can contain more than 1 child. So we call it as a children lah. So you see, 1 row can have 3 columns, and 1 column can have 1 icon and text. So you see, this one got 2 children, this one got 3 children. For container, you can only have 1 child. Okay. Okay. Then I believe that there's too much of things to be absorbed in this time. It's okay. You guys will be able to understand more during the actual coding time later on lah. Okay, moving on, I'll be also introducing library in Flutter. Library in Flutter, right, is actually just a collection of sub-programs. It is also a modular sharing among a community. In layman terms, we can say it like a normal library lah, where a lot of predefined stuff is already there. I can show you all what is meant by some great libraries that has been used throughout every application. And what you need to do is just install it lah. As you can see, if you go Google search useful libraries, okay. There's a lot lah. Actually, you see, you have a Cupertino icons. Cupertino icons is actually the icons where you can just simply use it in your library. It's simple and easy. All you need to do is just install. I'll teach you guys on the installation of the process later on. So first thing is animations. So as you can see, this kind of animations, right, you don't have to code it anymore because it is already here. All you need to do is just install and based on the documentation and learn how to use it lah. There's also Flutter Slider. So this one is like your Gmail. When you slide, you can choose to delete or you want to archive. But Flutter Slider also is a package where people already has used throughout for some time already lah, I would say. And also Google Maps Flutter is something like your Grab, everything when you try to order a taxi or anything, then you can implement Google Maps Flutter lah, if your project needs to use it. Then you have a file picker where you can pick images. You can pick a lot of things from here and upload it to background. And I think this one is the most useful one, where there's a pull to refresh. So you know, usually a lot of applications, they use a pull to refresh thing. This is actually not they self-coded. They might be self-coded, we don't know. But this is a library where already published for quite some time lah. So back to the slides. Okay, so one thing good about using Flutter or any framework as development is that you can save a lot of time by just installing packages from the library, pub.dev, which is here. So if you visit to this link, there's a lot of predefined packages you can just install and use it. No worries, there's no harm in putting it inside your project. But due to time restriction, I can't show you everything inside there because it's just a lot, like too much already. So yeah, it saves you a lot of time, remember that. Now, I'll be teaching on how to add packages or install packages to your project. Don't worry, I will do another demonstration later during the demonstration time. This is just for teaching process. Now, all you need to do is just Flutter pub add the package name. So for example, I mentioned just now the Flutter Slider, or I mentioned about the Google Maps Flutter. Then all you need to do is just Flutter pub add Flutter _ Slider. It's just the name. Then you just let your computer do the installation for you lah. And once the installation has been done, all you need is to do again Flutter pub get. Then you're able to use the packages in your project. You're able to see the dependencies being added in the pubsec.yaml file. I will demonstrate to you all later, so don't worry if you get confused now. Okay. Okay, so now let's go to the demo time, the demonstration time. Okay, again, remember scaffold, container, rows, and also, yeah, these three is the most important ones lah. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys able to see my desktop. I hope you can. Then, so for Mac, you need to open terminal. I assume that you have installed the Flutter in your computer and able to run everything smoothly lah, okay? So for Mac users, you need to open your terminal. So you can go to your all apps, then open terminal. Now, in a second, I've been long time didn't use Mac already. So yeah, the Mac is not with me also lah. And for Windows user, you can use command prompt or terminal or Windows PowerShell. For me, I use terminal lah, okay? If you're Windows 11, then you have terminal. Else you can go for Windows PowerShell. And yeah, I'll go for terminal, okay? So I give you guys some time, maybe a 10-second, then you guys open, okay? So yeah, I hope the Macs, those users who are using Mac also able to open your terminal lah, okay? Okay, next, follow me on typing on what is needed to be in command prompt, cd desktop. Okay, are you guys able to change directory to desktop lah? Okay, for information, cd is actually change directory. Basically, the terminal will change viewing to the desktop, something like that lah, okay? But yeah, that's not the focus of it. So why I choose desktop? Because it's just for demo purpose and it is relatively easier to go to a desktop. From here, yeah, so after that, you want to move the folder to another folder, any other files also can, up to you, but I will just use it desktop for now lah. Then from here, I would like you guys to type in Flutter create startup _ banner. Namer. Again, Flutter, FLUTTER, space create, space startup _ namer. Okay, are you guys able to catch up with me? Yeah, and then you just press enter. And then you just let your computer do the thing for you. Okay, so I think I need to teach you guys on what I've just done. So basically, Flutter create startup namer. So if your computer has already added the variables, not the variables, but the environment of Flutter inside your laptop. So once you call Flutter create, so it will create a folder with their predefined, what you call that, the predefined file structure inside the folder. So then create startup namer. Basically, this is the file name. So as you can see, a startup namer has been added to my desktop. Then now, they even teach you how to run it. You cd, basically change directory to startup namer, and then Flutter run. But let's not do this for now. Let's just go to cd startup namer. Okay, cd startup namer. And then you just press enter. So for Windows user, you're able to see this. Basically, change directory to the startup namer already lah. I hope you guys are able to get it. Get it right. Let me have a look on the chat. Yeah, I think you guys don't have any questions. Then type in code dot. Okay. The dot in the end basically means the current directory. And the command code is actually a command for Visual Studio Code to open the folder. So this is actually a shortcut lah, okay? So once you enter, oh, I see someone asking, can you repeat on installing Flutter? Okay, I can. Let's just cd back first. Okay. Okay, see again. You cd to desktop first. You change directory to desktop. And then you just type Flutter create startup namer. I can type for you in the chat. Flutter create startup namer. So remember to change directory to desktop first. Then Flutter create startup namer and just enter. Then you do the thing for you already. Yeah, so you see, they include all these predefined files into your folder lah. Now you cd to startup namer. Type for you in the chat. Namer. Okay. Then you type in code dot and enter. Okay, so you guys type in code dot then enter. So once you press enter, let me type in the chat for you guys. Okay, so once you enter, you see that every file folder is inside here. So this is the predefined one. So when you Flutter create, it will automatically install this for you. So remember I told you guys about the pub/spec.yaml file? It's actually this. Ignore this. So you see, it has the dependencies of Cupertino icons. Let me see, where is it? Yes, here. So you see the dependencies has the Cupertino icons. That means Cupertino icons has been already included inside by default into the Flutter folder structure itself. Okay, the next thing I need you guys to do is to go to the extension. So from the most left, go to the extension, which is here. Control-Shift-X, or for Mac user is Command-Shift-X. So you go to the extensions. I need you guys to install Dart. So you just search Dart. Take some time and just go in and then just press install. Okay. So I think this just less than 30-second stuff. Okay. I can type in chat for you guys. Extension, then go to install Dart. Okay. So another thing I need you guys to install the extension is Flutter. This. So there's an install button. You just press install. Extensions Flutter. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds to install. Okay. I hope you guys are able to install it lah. Oh, wait a minute. Flutter dev to extract all files. As in how? Oh, you mean you didn't get to install Flutter environments inside your laptop? Oh, But okay, for 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗄𝘆, you try to type in Flutter doctor. Yeah, you try to type in Flutter doctor first. Then then wait, you can use command prompt, don't worry. Yeah, you can use command prompt. Yeah. But 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗄𝘆, I think you can I'll get back to you later on, like after you listen to everything first. And after that, back to you again lah, okay? Because yeah. Okay, let's get back to everyone. 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗍, I think later on I'll get back to you. But yeah, it's okay. I think you can just listen here first lah, okay? Okay, so everyone, back to here. So I hope you guys install the Flutter and also Dart, the extensions. It is important. It's because later on you're able to see certain magics ongoing lah. Then now, I need you guys to go to the bottom left. You can see there's a cross sign and also a warning sign. Just press on it. And then I need you guys to go to terminal. Again, this, the bottom left, most bottom left, and go to terminal. And inside here, I need you all to type in this Flutter space build apk --build -name equals 0.10. Okay, I can copy paste to you all, don't worry. Here. So yeah, it's in the chat. But yeah, Flutter build apk --build name equals to 0.10 and just enter. So the main purpose of me doing this is because that I want to initiate the building process of the APK first lah. So nothing much, I just want to initiate it. So I'll explain to you all later on lah. And yeah, okay. So now I need you all to go to lib, the library, here, the lib folder. Just press one time and just press to main.dart. Okay, so inside this main.dart, this is the application came in. So first, material app. Okay, what is material app? Material app is actually a syntax for a Flutter. It basically means you're creating an app lah. You can point to here. If you have an extension, that's why I asked you all to install the extension so that you're able to see from here. You see, it will teach you everything. So at least one of home. Okay, now inside here, you have a title. Basically, this is just the app title, nothing much. And inside you have a theme data. Okay, this theme data I will demo to you all later, don't worry. And you have a home page. So as you all know, mobile application always start with first page. So that is the home page. So then material app focuses on home, just home page only. Then from the home page, they start to navigate from this one page to another page. So this home page, with my homepage with the title of Flutter Demo Homepage. So this title has been passed into here. Basically, this is my homepage class. And this title passed into here, and this title has been used at here, widget.title. Okay. Even if I tell you guys about everything like this, you guys won't able to imagine it, but don't worry. I need you all to go to here. You see this plus button at here. Press one time, okay? Press one time. Basically, it will create another terminal for you. And from here, I need you all to type in Flutter run. Yeah, I type inside the chat for you all. Flutter run. Okay, and just press enter. So what this Flutter run means, it runs everything here, everything lah. You have a predefined Android XML stuff, everything like this, but those is not under your scope. It's just a default file for you to run the application. So yeah, Flutter run, basically, it will automatically run the whole application for you. So now you have Chrome and Edge, but for Mac user, you will have Safari and Chrome, if I'm not mistaken. Then from here, please choose one. So you just choose Chrome. If your Chrome is at 2, then you press 2. If you Chrome at 1, then you just press 1. For me, I press 1 because Chrome is at 1. Okay. Then once you press 1, it will start debugging. Debugging basically means developing, like you can say it in a layman term. So developing on Chrome there for your application. And yeah, so let's just wait for it to run. Yes. Okay, so instead of leaving it running, I need you guys to go into this document. I've pasted in the chat. So you all can go to the document and have a look into the document. Okay, I hope you're able to see the documents. If able to see, you guys can put 1 in the chat. And if you're unable to see, you can just put 0. Okay, I see people start putting 1. Okay, I need everyone to go into the documents and have a look inside there. So today, I'll be teaching you guys on how to copy paste code. So yeah, actually copy pasting code in Google, in coding is actually quite normal. But the thing is you need to copy smartly to fit your situation, I would say. It's not just blindly copy paste like that at all. Okay, so yeah, actually, congratulations, you're able to create your first application using Flutter. Yeah, so this is easy. You have already created the application for you. Okay, jokes aside. Okay, now you see, remember I mentioned about the title. This title has been passed into here, which is the state. And I believe Adrian has taught you all on about stateful and stateless widget. Okay, so this title has been passed into here, and this title has been used in here. Okay, remember I taught you all about the scaffold. So here is actually the scaffold. The scaffold has an app bar, and the app bar has a title with the text of widget.title. So this title absorbs this Flutter demo homepage. So if I change this to Sunway page, Flutter demo Sunway page, save it, Control S or Command S for Mac. And inside here, you need to perform hot restart. Just press R. So there you go. You see, this has been changed to Sunway. So this, if you change this title, basically you're changing it here. Right? Okay. Now, remember I mentioned about Scaffold. Scaffold has an app bar, has a body, the main body. And now you have a floating action button. You can ignore this. And then for bottom navigation bar, you can just enter and just type bottom navigation bar. And then if you point to bottom navigation bar, okay, then you can see they say they take up widget, right? So bottom navigation bar takes up widget. But today we will not be focusing on bottom navigation bar. We'll focus it on tomorrow. So yeah. Wait, I need to reply on him when you first. Okay, so let's just remove this, okay? So remember about the Cupertino icons. So you see, you have icons.add. So basically you see this plus button. This plus is actually an icon. So you see, one thing good about Flutter is that you can just declare it like this. This one small line of code already help you settle off the buttons. The button is actually the whole thing, but this one small line of code helps you settle on the logo. And then you can even tooltip. What does this tooltip does is when you point to here, you see, it shows a tooltip really. It means a tips for you, a hint for you, I would say. Okay, now back to the documents that I sent to you all. I need you all to highlight the copy paste one, the whole thing. The whole thing, not the whole thing, but the copy paste one, the black color section thing. Okay, Control C, Command C for Mac. And then you go to your main.dart, you Control A or Command A, basically highlight all, and Control V. Okay. I hope you are able to catch up with me. If you're able to do it, just press 1 in the chat. If you're not able to do it, just press 0. You need to be exactly the same as what I show you all in the screen now. Okay. 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 I hope you're able to get it lah. Okay. So let me explain about this. So remember about the stateless and stateful widget. So now I'm changing it to stateless widget. So basically you don't have to pass in the title from here to there, there to here, something like that lah. Then inside the material app, we have a title. We have a home page with the scaffold of app bar and also a body with a center of child text. Okay, so you must be wondering what is this const means. Const means basically constant. So why do we need the constant word in front? Actually, you don't need, it's not necessary. You can just remove it, but you have a blue color line here. So why is it constant? It's because that, you see, this word here is fixed. If you want to change, you need to change it manually. Okay, I will demo to you guys later on, but let's just save it. After you copy paste, save it, Control S, and restart. So if you restart, you see that the button, your button went missing. Basically, it's already off because it's no longer don't have the floating action button thing. Okay, now you see, welcome to Flutter and hello world. These two words would not change at all every time I restart. So even if you see, if I restart now, so the word will be there because this, you hard coded it. We call it as hard coded. So that's why you need a constant there. Okay. So then, yeah, you have created a simple application which display a hello world. Okay, I would like to explain more at here. Remember during the slides where I taught you guys, saying that everything inside Flutter, everything in the widget, you need to wrap with a container. However, you did not notice any container inside here, right? So you see, this is just a center. Why there's no container, right? Okay, actually, you can just change this to container. Okay, you all don't have to follow this. This is just my demo purpose. Okay, this const I can remove it and I save it and I just run. Okay, remember this is at the center. So now I change to container and I restart. So then the hello world will no longer be at the center, but it will move to the top left. Later on, you're able to see this. There you go. You see, it has been moved to top left. Because it is container, it is no longer center. However, if you point to here, it will show you avoid unnecessary containers. Why? Because you have only one child. So you can even remove this container and it's okay. Nothing much. The center works actually same like this. You just put alignment dot center and save it and you just run. So you see, the hello world back to the center. Then now, is this the same? Let me do something like this and the text hello world. Sorry. Okay, I comment out this. Okay, then I save it. Okay, I just tap it. This actually is the same as this. So there's actually a lot of, yeah, got it. Okay, well, thanks, Simoni. Okay, so then in Flutter, actually a lot of packages, or I would say class, this is actually a class, you see, this is a Flutter predefined class. A lot of those classes is already a container by itself. It's their nature itself. So if you have a center, you don't need to do this anymore. Container and alignment center. It's actually the same if you use it as a container alignment center and just use it as center. So then you must be wondering, how do we know when we need to use container and when we not need to use the container? This is actually based on experience, I would say. If you have coded more than, I would say more than a few months, and you have been searching Google for quite some time, you will notice that certain people uses this way and certain people uses this way. And they both achieve the same. But obviously you want your code to be as short as possible. So then you can see that this one, you actually save one line of code, which is actually good, which is actually better. That's why people always say, just search it up in Google, you're able to see more and more solutions. Then, yeah, you see app bar, you can actually wrap the app bar with a container. You can do something like this, container and then bracket and child and do something like this. But you see, they tell you that it's not necessary, you see, avoid unnecessary containers. That means you can just remove this. You can just remove this. So yeah, it is not necessary that you need to put a container everywhere, but it is actually depends on the situation. If you think that the class itself already is a container, it's actually based on instinct, I would say. For me, it's based on instinct. I see this center, I was like, this one might be there is a container already there. So yeah, I can remove off this and let's just remain the cons here and save it and just rerun. Everything should be fine. Okay, now remember I told you guys about the library thing. Okay, now I will guide you guys on how to add the library into your project lah. Okay, so until now, you guys able to understand? If able to understand, you just put 1 and there. If not able to understand, you just put 0. Okay, never mind. I think you're able to get it. Okay, now, okay, remember don't have to remember. Inside the terminal, you have a PowerShell and you have a where. Just ignore this where. You click on this PowerShell. Okay, basically you're switching between terminal lah. Okay, and inside here, I need you guys to type in this Flutter pub add Flutter Slider. Okay, this is also included in the documents lah. So you guys able to see it. I hope you guys able to see it lah. Okay. Then yeah, Flutter pub add Flutter Slider and press enter. If you guys unable to add it, basically you might be the typo of the packages itself. Else you have this. So you see, it helps you add the Flutter what do you call that? Oh yeah, you have it automatically run Flutter pub get, but let's just ignore that. Yeah, so it will help you add the Flutter Slider into your pubspec.yaml file, So you see, you have a dependencies at here. Okay. How do you know what to add and what to import or everything like that? I will get back to you all later. But now I need, for demo purpose, I need you all to add this Flutter pub add English _ words. Okay, and enter. It's also inside inside the document, so I hope you are able to get it. Okay, then you see English words has been added into the dependencies of your pubspec.yml file. So I need you all to do something like this. Flutter. Okay. You keep switching to output. Okay. You just go back to your terminal. You just go back to your terminal, and you just type in flutter pub get. Okay. Flutter pub get. I'll type in the chat. Don't worry. And it's inside your documents also. And you just enter it. So it will basically help you refetch everything lah. Okay. So now you must be wondering, after I have installed English words, how I'm able to use it inside my my code, inside my application. So then Google, you go to Google, you search English_words Flutter and enter. So inside here, you have a pubdev, you just go in. So you see, again, a pubdev is basically a library for you to refer. And inside English words, they even teach you on how to use it, but I'll get back here later on. You go to installing, you see, they even teach you Flutter pub add English words. You can even copy paste from here, just in case you have any typos or anything. Then it will also tells you that inside the dependencies, you have this English words library with the version of 4.0.0. Now, how to use it? In your Dart code, you use import. So you copy this, okay? You go to your main.dart. I can paste inside the chat. It's inside your document also, don't worry. And I inside into chat also lah. And then I need you to paste it under line 1 and just paste it and save it. Ignore the blue lines. Why blue lines occurs is because that you did not use inside your code, you have not used anything related to these packages. So then it will recommend you to remove it. But yeah, let's just use it on later on. Now, inside the documents where I need you all to copy paste the code, in the copy paste tree, I need you to highlight the copy paste tree, the final word pair thing. Okay, Control C, Command C for Mac. I'll paste it inside the chat, don't worry. And then I need you all to add it under line 12. So after the build, after the widget, I need you to add under line 12. Okay, so you see the blue color lines has been missing. Okay, so I believe that yesterday Adrian has already taught you all on how to declare variables, about what is final and everything. Okay, so what this does is basically you created a variables, and these variables contain generate word pairs dot first. So you must be wondering, how do I know generate word pairs? How do I know about this? Easy. You go back to README file. It actually told you that the usage, okay? It told you that you need to put in this generate word pairs bracket dot take 5. Take 5 basically means take the first 5 lah. This dot first, you can actually do something like take bracket 1. It's the same thing. Yeah, you see, it's the same thing. So then it's actually same as first lah. This is what I found on internet. They say that you can just shorten it like this. Then if you point back to here, it says here, package English words. So basically inside this, you have the class of generate word pairs, not class, sorry, the function of generate word pairs. Okay, so what it does, again, generate a word pair, the first one, and then you put it under this variable. Okay, now I need you all to change this hello world. You highlight this from the double quotation mark to the end of double quotation mark, and you remove it. I need you all to type in word pair. So you have the thing again. Remember, the word is the small letter word. Okay. Now, it shows here a red color, the curvy lines. Why? Because if you point to word pair is actually the type of word pair. Word pair is the type of word pair. Okay, I hope you all don't get confused. But the text, they actually want string data. They want string. They don't want word pair. So what you do is you go to the word pair behind and you just press one dot. And then it will show you a lot of selection. You want to be lowercase, you want to be camel case, you want to be Pascal case, snake case, a string also can. So you see, even if you go to a string, right? Okay, you still have a red color. I'll tell you guys what happened later on. But today, I need you all to select as Pascal case, okay? As Pascal case. Then you point it to here. It says evaluation of this constant expression, throws and exemption. Why? It's because this constant word borders the whole code to be run. If I remove it, you see the red color automatically went missing. Why is it so? Remember I told you all that constant is basically, you see this welcome to Flutter, this thing would not change. If it changed, you need to manually change because it's hard-coded. However, this thing is no longer constant. Okay, again, no longer constant. Why? It always generates a random word pair. So every time you hot refresh or you hot reload, it will generate a new words for you. So it's no longer constant. It keeps changing, changing, and changing. So then you need to remove off the constant. You have to remove the constant, I would say. Then you guys must be wondering what is meant by Pascal case. Okay, I can show you all what's meant by Pascal case. For example, Sunway College. Okay, if you apply dot as Pascal case, it will return as this. Basically, what does the Pascal case do? The first letter will change it to big letter, and the space would be removed, and then the first letter after the space will become big letter. Okay. Now I need you all to save it, Control S or Command S, and then go back to your terminal. The second one, press it, and you restart. And then you can see your application is returning a random words with a Pascal case. It took some time to load, but yeah, you see, now it's stretched that. But if I restart again, young red. If I restart again, help stuff. So you see, this is no longer constant. It's no longer hello world there. It keeps changing and changing and changing and changing every time you hot restart. So you need to remove the constant once again. You can choose not to put that here also, but yeah, it will show you a blue color line. So yeah, let's just fix the constant there. Okay, so then yeah, the word pair become a Pascal case and show it inside here, inside the center, the here, the hello world there. And I change it to the Pascal case lah, basically. Okay, now I need you all go back to the documents, go to the copy paste 4, highlight the section, random words and random word state. Control C, move back to your application, go to the most bottom line. After the empty space, just enter another space and just paste it. Okay, now I explain to you all, don't worry, what does this mean? And save it, okay? This is basically you're creating a class, a random words class. Then inside the class, it is a stateful widget. And inside the class, you have a state. And what does the state return? The state returns container, okay? Again, you're creating a class, a random words class with a stateful widget. And inside the random words class, you have a random word state. And inside the random word state, it returns a container. Okay, then if you save it and you restart it, okay, there's nothing happen because you did not apply any random words class inside here. Now, I need you all to highlight the scaffold, okay? Scaffold, highlight, cut it, right click, cut. And then you go to the random word state, highlight the container with the brackets, remove and paste it. Command V or Control V. And then at the end, you have seen the comma and the semicolon. I need you all to remove the comma. And then you all will show, your side there will show undefined word pair because the word pair is still at here. So I need you all cut the word pair, the variables word pair at line 13. I hope you're in the line 13 also. 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃, and then put it under this line 31, the widget. Just put it under the widget and Control V. So then the red color automatically went missing. I hope you're able to catch up with me and understand what I'm doing. If you're able to understand, you just type in 1 in the chat. If you're not able to understand, you just put 0 in the chat. Or you're not able to catch up, you also can put 0 in the chat. Okay. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. If you're able to get it, you just type 1. If not able to do it, you just press 0. Okay. I hope you're able to catch up what I'm doing. Okay. Now, we have a red color here. It says expected identifier. I got Flutter console. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think you're doing at the Flutter pad, right? Yeah. Never mind. Let's get back to here. Okay. Now, after you all put the scaffold return, I need you all to go to the home here and just type random words with bracket and enter. Press a comma and then add a constant in front of the material add. Okay. So what this does basically means the home refers to random words class. So inside random words class, it returns the scaffold with word pair. So once you save it, Command S or Control S, and you restart the application, it does the same thing. It does the exactly same thing. But this is just for neat and tidy code purposes. So for example, one day you want to use this page in other class, all you need to do is just import random words, and that's all. You don't have to copy paste this scaffold from this page to another page and another page. So then you see, all I need to do is just copy paste this from here to another class if you want to use it to other page lah. Then this is again once for tidy and also for a good practice for any of the Flutter code, I would say. Okay, now go back to the documents. Okay, go to the copy paste 5. You see that the scaffold with the app bar, okay, everything, okay. Okay, go to the copy paste 6. I need you all to go to the copy paste 6. You see the suggestions, underscore suggestions, and also underscore bigger font. I need you all to copy paste this code, okay? Control C, and then under the random word state, underneath this, enter and just paste it. Okay. I hope you're able to follow me. Able to copy paste the variables also, and did not get any errors. And also, same sequence as me. If you're able to follow, then I think you don't have to type 1. I think you're able to follow. Okay, I think I'll explain this one by one. Okay, I think Adrian already explained what is final. Okay, so I don't have to explain. Basically, underscore suggestions is the variable name. And then this one, this diamond bracket with the word pair basically means the type of the list. So basically means this list, this array only can contain word pair. So for example, if I want to contain integer only, so I just type integer here. So then if I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all good. However, if I put Sunway, this one is actually a string. So it will become error. You see a red color wave line here. It says that the element type string can't be assigned to the list type integer. However, if I change this to string, Sunway is correct, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is no longer correct because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an integer. It's a number. It's no longer a string. So then what I'm trying to tell you all is that this word pair means the type of the array lah. You can remove this. It's okay. You can remove this, but it is recommended to leave it as it is because that it is for the, for the restriction, for checking purposes lah. Another thing where I want to do is I added a bigger font with a text style. Okay, I will explain to you all why I would create this bigger font, create this styling variable is styling variable for this Flutter application. So yeah, now I need you all to copy paste the last one. In the documents, I put there last copy paste. You highlight everything, okay? Control C, and inside your body here, okay, you see this whole body, right? Include this center, exclude this scaffold bracket, exclude this scaffold bracket, and then you highlight this whole thing and just Control V. And then at your bottom, you see this, what I call it, curly bracket, and bracket. So again, 2 curly bracket and 1 bracket. Bracket is very important in Flutter. Bracket is very important. So do not miss out any of the brackets and save it. And then you restart the application. And once you restart, you see a list of items inside your application. And yeah, congratulations. Once again, you have created a simple application for your Flutter. Now, I'll explain it one by one, don't worry. So now, I will introduce to you all what is meant by this view. Okay, this view is basically a combination of single child scroll view with columns. Okay, I hope you all still remember what is meant by single child scroll view. Single child scroll view basically means this, you can scroll. And then columns means, you see, shelf stroke, 1 column, catch when, 1 column, red plant, 1 column, faint check, 1 column. So this view is the combination of string, single child scroll view and columns. Okay, now list view dot builder. How do I know I need to go to dot builder or dot what? Easy, just go Google. You see, once you add on at 1 tab and just type list view Flutter. See, even teach you on how to use it. They even demo for you with a lot of images on how to, you see, even create for you. You see, you even have logos, everything here. So basically, this is this view lah. Now, how to use it? You can go to 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗶𝘃, or you want to go to Dart API, anything also can. But I always go for 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗶 because 𝗙𝗹𝘂𝘁𝗃 is the best, I would say. Explain to everything. And inside here, you see list view dot builder. So I just follow it lah. Okay. Now, if you point to the list view, you can see a lot of properties inside here. You can have scroll direction. You want to be vertical or you want to be horizontal. Up to you lah. Depends on your list view, vertical or horizontal lah. If your list view is horizontal, then your scroll direction is horizontal. If your list view is vertical, takkan you go for horizontal scroll direction, right? Then you can add on controller. You can explore more about the controller later on, but I will not explain it now. You can have paddings. What is meant by padding, I'll explain to you all later. Then you have this. You see, you have item builder. It says here required, and you have also item count. So what is meant by required? Okay, for example, if I remove padding, there won't be any errors. But if I remove item builder, there will be an error. It says what, it says the name parameter item builder is required. Okay, so let's just put it there. Okay, what does item builder does? Item builder is actually a function. The function contains context. You then have to know what is meant for the context. Okay, you can explore more in future, but today's session I won't cover much. And this I basically means how many times it loop. Okay, so then you see this thing is unlimited. Okay, let's just not talk about item builder first. Let's start with padding. Okay, now padding, as you can see, I've added ℎ_insets.all16. Let's say I put just 1. Okay, you see the padding is actually the spacing at here, everything lah. So if I restart, you can see that, you see, there's no padding beside, 0 padding around. Okay, let's just leave it as 16 first and just restart. See, there's a padding at here and here. Okay, don't ask me why I put 𝗙𝗙𝘂𝘁𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗀. It's actually, I go Google, I search padding Flutter, and I enter, and it says here, when you just simply click in, even demo for you, padding 𝗙𝗙𝘂𝘁𝗃𝗀𝘀𝗆𝗏. So yeah, you just copy paste this and just paste it here. Then all means top right, left top right bottom. Yeah, left top right bottom everywhere. So you see, here is 16, here is 60, here is 16, here is 16. If you do 1, so basically just one small one. There's also called 𝗙𝗙𝘂𝘁𝗃𝗀𝗏. Wait, I can remove this. This is just for demo purposes. You all don't need to follow. Dot from LTRB, basically left top right bottom. So then if you want left to be more than right or right more than left, then you can just do it like this lah. But I just want everywhere to be 16, so I just put dot all 16, and in return it will be like this lah. Now moving on to item builder. Okay, again, context, you don't have to care what it's about. And the I is actually the item count. Okay, you see, this is unlimited. Why do I do this? It's because I created an if-else statement. I put there, if I, basically, how many times lah? If I is bigger or equals to suggestion.length, suggestion is here. Dot length, suggestion dot add all. So you must be wondering, how do I know when to use add all, when do I use what? It's easy. You just press dot. You see, even told you the dot length. If you want the array length, or you want to add the random words into the array, the list, you can just dot add. But for now, I would like to use dot add all. Okay. So yeah, just remove this. This one is just for demo purposes lah. Okay. So then this add all, basically, remember I say about the generated word pairs. Generated word pairs dot take 10. Okay, so then you must be wondering, why not just show 10 of it? Okay, this statement is actually always true, because the I, every time it loops, okay? For example, if I loop the first one, I is already bigger than this length, because this length is just 0, it's empty. So then this one is always bigger than this, always bigger. So same like this lah, if true, yeah, it's the same thing. But I just leave it as it is lah, okay? Then I can add on the item count, okay? Item count. If I add item count 10, that means I limit the I as 10 only. So you see, if I save it and if I refresh it, restart it, basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have only 10 rows. I can say 10 columns or 10 rows lah, basically. Then inside every row, you have columns. That's why I say in return 10 columns or 10 rows lah. Okay, so basically this is a true statement, always true. Let's just remove this item count and just save it and restart. So again, this return unlimited. So you see, if I scroll, it's just unlimited. But let's just stop scrolling, because it will keep loading until your RAM eats up lah, I would say. Okay, now inside this list view, I return list tar. So again, you must be wondering, how do I know what to return? Again, you just go Google. You say list view Flutter. And once you enter, you can see here. Yeah, I don't know whether here got show or not. I think we don't have here. Okay, never mind. I think it's better to search list tar. Okay, what list tar returns is basically this whole thing. So you can say that list tar is also the combination of row and columns. Row is this, columns is this. So you see, if you go to the list style, you can choose not to use this style. You can just return the text itself, but it's okay. We learn something new every day. So basically list style is this style. See, list style, we are using this one-line list style. You can have image here. You can have subtitle. So you see, if you point to here, they provide you title, subtitle, trailing, provide you shape, provide you color, provide you icon color, text color, content padding. You want to be on tab or you don't want to be on tab. You want to be on long press or you don't want to be on long press. Yeah, everything is inside here. All you need to do is just, you see, I using shape and title only. You can just change title to subtitle. You can just do it like this. So basically, you see this two-line list style. This word is actually title. Bottom one a bit grayish is the list title. Sorry, subtitle. And the image here is trailing actually for information lah. Okay. Let's just don't do it as a subtitle lah. Okay. Then inside this list style, I have a shape. And the shape inside I have a border. And inside the border, I want to set only bottom. And the bottom with the border side of the color, gray color. This is actually a gray color lah, I would say. Okay. If you point to here, it even tells you what they want. They want shape border. So you can just make it a shape border or you want to make it as border. It's okay. It's good. Then inside the border, you see, if you point to here, it even tells you top right, bottom left. So it says none. Basically, the default value is none. So that's why you see, if I just say bottom, they will only show bottom. They will not show left, they will not show right, they will not show any. It's because the default value is none. Now, I go to the bottom. That's why I type bottom lah. Then I type in border side. You see, if you point to bottom, it even says they want border side. So then you just copy, paste. And then you put a bracket. Why you put the bracket is because here put the bracket lah. You see, if you point to border side, even put the bracket, says here. Okay, now border side has actually their own default color. Their color is FF00. I don't know what's the color of this, but yeah, it's okay. With the width of 1.0. So if you do not define any width, it will take in 1 as the width. If you didn't put any style, basically it will in return a solid line. Border style can also have something like a dotted line if you want. But yeah, so now you want the line to be solid. So you just leave it as it is. So you just leave it as default. You don't have to type in anything. Now I just want to change the color. So I can just declare the color here. And then I just insert my own color that I want. Voila, that's it. That's simple. Again, list style, you have the shape. And the shape, they take in a shape border. And you just put in border with a bottom because you just want to have bottom. You can have top. You see, if I change it to top and I save it and I restart, you can see that the first one you see, there's a top here, but it doesn't seem nice at all. So you just change it to bottom lah, okay? And just restart, okay. So yeah, this is the width of 1. So what if I want to change the width? Easy, you just type a comma and just type width 5. Great, is this a color? 5. Okay, yeah. And then you save it and you just restart it. And you can see that the width has been changed. It's been thicker. So it's simple for Flutter to apply any styling. If you notice that, if you want to just put width 5, you can just put it here. Everything has been predefined for you. You just have to type everything like that simple. Okay, now moving on to title. This title basically, I save it and restart again. Okay, inside this title, you return a text. Okay, basically plain source, pro growth, everything. So then underscore suggestion, basically you added a generated word pairs, and then you loop it. basically this I means the placement. So you see, computer always starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they are limited lah. So this one should be underscore suggestions 0, underscore suggestion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on until unlimited. So then this is to increase the length of suggestion. Basically, keep adding lah. Whereas the I will be keep increasing also from 0 to 1 to 3 to 4 to 7 to until unlimited number lah. And then you put it as dot as Pascal case. So then it will become Pascal case like this. Okay. Now, I hope you're able to understand this. It might take time to understand, might take time to process and everything like that. But yeah, don't worry. Once you create an ad, you're able to understand everything like this easily, I would say. Okay. Now, moving on to style. Remember, I created a variable called bigger font with a text style of font size 18. You actually can Ctrl+C this, copy, and you can just put it here. It's the same thing. It's the exactly same thing. It performs the same. You see, if I save it and just restart, the font size is still 18. I can change the font size to 30 if you want. Okay, but yeah, it's just too big. Let's just change back to 18. Okay, so then you must be wondering, why would I create a variable for this? It seems unnecessary, right? But if I tell you, okay, if the font size 18, I want to apply this to this, welcome to Flutter word, okay, comma, sorry, style, text size, font size 18, and I save it. I need to remove this constant and restart it. So you see, now I have text style font size 18 twice. You see that? I have it twice. So for people who do development all the time, we would like to shorten our code as much as possible and to make it shareable across among all the codes, as many as possible. So then if I put this text style font size 18 as a variable, I can just do it like this. Yeah, I can just do it like this. Oh, sorry. I can just do it like this. You see, it is actually the same. So then, would you like to keep copy pasting this, or would you like to keep copy pasting this? Yeah. So now you know, creating a variable even for the styling is actually something bonus in Flutter lah. You can just create a variable and you just input the styling to the variable and just share among different places lah. Okay, now we have created this application. I have also explained everything inside this application about code stuff and everything. I hope maybe after this session, you will look back here and then you try to understand what is meant by here, what is meant by this star. You can also go to the Flutter documentation and just type this field and even teach you every documentation inside lah. Okay, you guys can go ahead and explore more into here. Now, until the last section, I need you all to go to the first PowerShell. Okay, I need you all to type in again, Flutter build apk --build number equals to 0.1.1. Okay, why I want you all to do this is because that this is actually creating an APK, release an APK inside your folder, and then this APK you can share among your friends. You can send it to WhatsApp. You can install it on your phone. You can do it everywhere you like. But too bad for those iPhone users. I'm sorry to inform you all that this APK only works for Android. Why? It's because for Flutter, if you're using iPhone, you can do it also. Don't worry, you can do it. But it will release something called IPA. And then you need the Xcode to get the IPA work. And once you export the IPA into your phone, there's a lot of permission ongoing. You need to accept this, accept that, and apply this, apply that. Then only you're able to get the application work inside your phone. It's just a demo application, you know. However, for Android, you just have to do this. Flutter build APK, and then it will build the APK for you. And then you just plug it into your phone, and then you just copy paste the APK to any of your files, and then you just install it. I believe that those people who are using Android knows what I'm talking about, I would say. But for iPhone users, you're still able to can go to Google search on how to export IPA from your application, from your code lah, basically. Okay, so yeah, for those who are using Mac or using iPhone, I would say you need Xcode, and you need Xcode, one thing. Another thing is you need IPA stuff, a lot of permission stuff. Yeah, you can go Google search lah. Actually, you see, you can go Google search Flutter export IPA. iOS I would say. So yeah, you see, build and release our iOS app. You even teach you on how to do this lah. But yeah, since I'm using Windows laptop, so I'm able to demo for you all lah, I would say. So for those people who are using Android, you can do things like this. Build number 0.1.1, and you just press enter. Then, while it's running, but it's still running, you can go to here. Let me have a look first. Flutter build application. Oh, wait a minute. 0.1. Flutter build APK dash build, build name, sorry. Build dash name equals 0.1.0. Sorry. I think I can share to you all again this one. It's build name, not build number. My bad. Okay, build name 0.1.1. Basically, the first one when we initiate, we put 0.1.0. So now it's 0.1.1. So it's a new version to this, and you just press enter. Once you press enter, I need you all to go to this folder. From your left side here, I need you all to go to build, go to app, and go to outputs, and go to Flutter-APK. And inside Flutter APK, you're able to see this Flutter app release.apk. So this is the APK where you can just put it inside your phone, and then you just install it into your phone, and you're able to run this thing, this whole thing here. Okay, how you want again? Sorry, build app outputs Flutter APK, and this app release APK. You right click and you review in File Explorer. If Mac users should be review in Finder, yes. So you connect your phone to your laptop, and you just move this to the file. Basically, there's your phone here, and then you just move it to file, and then you just go into your phone, and then you just install it lah. Or you want to send this through WhatsApp, and you just tell them that I want to install my pinjam place, like they would say. Okay, then you just install from WhatsApp also can. No worries, it works the same. Then yeah, then that's all. You created. Congratulations, you already created an application using Flutter. Another thing I would like to tell you guys is that today I'm demoing everything in Chrome, but usually when you do when you do the actual application, you need mobile emulator. However, today I'm not able to demo it on the emulator. It's because that it takes a lot of time on setting up emulators and everything. So you see, now it's already 9:30. If I teach you all on setting up mobile emulators, it might take up another half an hour. So until 10 or 10:30, still unable to finish it. However, if you want to have a mobile view, you can do it at here. You make it full screen, okay? And then you right click it and you press on inspect. And inside your inspect, okay, you see a mobile sign here. You just press on it and the responsive, you select it and you just select iPhone 12 Pro. So this is what an iPhone 12 Pro user will see if the APK has been released. You can even set to Google S8+. You can set to Pixel 5. Okay, it might be chat a bit. It's because of the local hosting. You just change back to responsive. Oh, sorry. You just close it and just inspect again and select the phone. Oops. And then you select Pixel 5. So this is what a Pixel 5 user will be seeing. You see lah. Okay. So once it has been released, there you go. You see, it even tells you the file, the APK size. It's just 16 MB. It's nothing much. So yeah, you just copy paste the APK to your phone and you're good to go. And the application has been released and you can enjoy the application lah. Okay, yeah, that's all for my teaching session, for my workshop. I hope you're able to understand. And thanks for listening, I would say.
Okay, thank you, Keng-san, so much. Okay, let me share the screen now. Okay, Keng-san, I think you can stop sharing your screen first.
Okay, wait.
By the way, did you answer Wenyi's question just now, how to build app in Flutter console?
Oh, no, yeah.
Or do you want to answer her question first?
It's okay. I'll get back to him later on. You proceed with your thing first.
Okay. Okay, so before moving on, I will share about all the structure will be given. So let's take a group photo first. Okay, so everyone just open your camera because this is a very, very chill session. Yeah, hello, Wenyi. Yeah, everybody can just open your camera and show us your biggest smile. This is a very, very chill session. Hi, everyone. It's a Saturday night. We are really grateful that you are here. And especially like yesterday, it was like TGIF, but you all still spent your time in joining in. So we really hope that you all learn anything from both of our speaker, Adrian and Keng-san, because they are really, really experienced speaker. Anybody want to open your camera? Show your faces. Maybe we'll meet them in campus. Because we are having more and more video classes. Everybody is going back to campus. Any more?
Hey guys.
Hello. Okay, anybody? Okay, I'll count to 10, okay? When I reach 10, I will just take the photo. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smile. Okay. Now let's take one more. Okay, let's take one with the Google Developer Student Club logo. Is it okay, Marcus? Let's see. Okay. Okay. So the hand sign is something like that. So just show like 2 yays, then horizontal. Okay. Anyway should be fine, right? Okay. Yeah. So anyway should be fine. Okay. Okay. I can't show. Okay. Just show one hand so I can take a screenshot. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let me continue to share my screen. Okay, so thank you for the wonderful photo. Let's move on. So we really appreciate you all joining us on a Saturday night. So to thank all of you, we'll be giving out Flutter Festival stickers. So it's not only like one sticker, so it'll be like in an A4 size. But then the eligibility is that you must be a Sunway University or Sunway College student, and you have joined both workshops in the Flutter Festival, which was yesterday and today. So for how you can collect the stickers is that you can visit our booth at the Club and Society Carnival Week, which will be on next Monday to Wednesday, 25th to 27th of April from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So our booth number is booth 11. So it will be in the first column once you go into the JC Hall, and it will be on the left side. So if you don't know where is JC Hall, it's located at level 4 Sunway College. So remember to come and collect your stickers. But then if you cannot make it for any 3 of these days, you can kindly email us. Okay, you can kindly email us at gdsc.sunway@gmail.com. gdsc.sunway@gmail.com. So just email us and let us know that you can't come on any 3 days, and we will like arrange another day to like pass you the stickers. So apart from the first swag, we have another additional thingy. So I will show you the picture later. It's a Flutter backpack. So only the people who completed the challenge by us will get the backpacks. So the challenge is all about like, we'll send you a code base, but the code base is full of bugs. So your task is to fix all of the bugs. There might be like syntax error, logic error, or maybe like layout realignment. But don't worry, like everything in the, like all of the bugs is everything you have learned just now already. So there will be an email to be sent to you after this event. And in the event, there will be a GitHub link that you can download the zip file of the code base. And there will also be a link for you that will redirect you to the README file. And in the README file, you can see those details like maybe how you can expect like the correct application to look like, or what is the function, and also even steps and approaches that you can like take to debug the application. So remember to take note of your email, and all of the details and the instruction and the file will be sent to you. So this is how the backpack look like. So if you think it's cool, so remember there's like the 2 judging like criteria that we'll look at. The first thing is the time. So only the top 3 fastest people will get the backpack. But then we'll also look at the completeness. So the functionality and the looks must match the expected application. So this is the 2 main criteria. So must be fast and complete. Okay, so only the top 3 people will get the backpack. Okay, so you can have a look at the picture first. So this is like the real thing, and we have already received the specs ready. So try your best to be as fast as possible, yeah? Okay, so additional details is that the same thing, you have to be a Sunway University or college student, and you have to join both of the workshops in the Flutter Festival. So the deadline for you to submit your file or your code base is by the 30th of April, which is like next Saturday. So you have 1 week to go and submit it before 11:59 p.m. So remember, don't wait until last minute. Try to be as fast as possible to be the top 3, but also ensure that it's complete. So moving on, let's go to the Q&A session. You all can scan the QR code on the link or go to slido.com and enter the code 689970. Okay, so you all can ask any questions you all have about Flutter or Dart. So Adrian and 𝗙𝗃𝘁𝗁 will be here to answer your questions. Or even if you have any questions about the challenge that I mentioned just now, you can just add in the slido.com. Okay, so let me move on to slido.com to have a look. Is there any questions? Okay, so here's the QR code for you to scan again. Or you can even go to slido.com and just enter the link 689970. So we have our first question here. So is it possible to combine Flutter or Dart with any other programs? So for example, like Unity and so on. So 𝗙𝗃𝘁𝗁 or Adrian, do you all want to answer this question? Any of you?
Actually, Flutter with any programs. I'm not sure whether you can or not, but I did not perform any before. basically Flutter is just Flutter. You can't combine Flutter with JavaScript. You can't combine Flutter with Java or anything like that lah. Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Yeah.
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 So I think basically Flutter is like a framework like for you to build apps.
Yeah.
And then that is like the programming language. Okay, so any more questions? Now I can just keep the questions coming in. Any questions will do. My club is beside your booth. Okay, when you feel free to visit our booth on that day. So by the way, don't worry that the bugs will be too difficult. We have tried to like suit the like those bugs like to according like what you have learned just now. So don't worry, okay? Any tips for the Flutter challenge?
No.
Or maybe Adrian want to give up because like Adrian prepared it.
Yeah.
Any tips for the Flutter challenge? I would say it's pretty simple, but some of the things you have to Google it. So yeah, if you have strong Googling skills, then I think it should be fine.
True. I think Googling is like really helpful because I've built like, okay, I was part of like building an app, a Flutter app, and I really like Googled every day when I was like working through the app. So Googling really helped, but really remember to Google in the correct way. Any more questions? Yeah, so Adrian has sent a link in the chat. Like there's a Flutter Unity package that you all can check out.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized there's a Flutter Unity. Okay. Yeah. It's new actually. Is it new? Yeah, published 2 months ago.
Yeah, maybe it's a new thing for you to explore on also.
Yeah. Oh, it's big.
Any tips for newbie Flutters users by SpongeBob?
The tips is that you need to Google more. Google as much as you can, because there's always a better way to do everything, a more efficient way. You might find the answer, but you might not found the most efficient answer. So then whenever you want to create any not create any packages, but you want to use, maybe you want to how to use a container, how to use a column, how to use a row, you can just Google and they guide you step by step. Especially Stack Overflow, I would say. Stack Overflow is a very good place for you to find out the best way on coding using any packages, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, Google more. Don't be shy. It's not asking copy paste. It's just Google search. You can copy paste. Don't worry. Nothing much. So yeah.
To add on, like even if you Google, also try to understand like what you are copy pasting, like not only just blindly copy pasting everything. So like even after you copy, you can just like try to find out like what every line means and find out so that next time you don't have to like every time also copy paste. So maybe in the future you can modify yourself or like add in new things yourself.
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah, Google more. Use more Google. Don't use Yahoo. Thanks.
Excuse me. I think I got Android Studio, so I don't need to use the PowerShell because I don't know about the PowerShell except when I was a kid. I used to read the PowerShell thing, and my mom says it's old time stuff.
Oh, you can use Terminal.
I use Android Studio instead of Windows PowerShell. They got a plug-in.
Best if you don't use Android Studio, because if you open Android Studio, it eats up your RAM. It's a lot of your RAM, I would say, a lot. And then if you just want to open Android Studio just to open Terminal, then it's just something like how to say?
How to use Windows PowerShell? And I mean, how do I find it?
You just press on the Windows button and then you just type Windows PowerShell and
Okay, if you as if I was doing this, then what's gonna happen next?
you just do whatever I said just now, like
Fine, I'll share screen to I'm gonna show you how's PowerShell like.
oh.
I got an admin.
But then you try to CD to desktop. It's okay, Justin. It's on my side. Sure, it's on my side.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think it's better to do this after the Q&A session ends because there might be other participants who want to ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so later we'll get back to you, Wen-Yi.
Yeah.
So we can move on to the next question first. So what was the coolest app that you have made? So
I think I start first. Then after that, I let Adrian talk. I've created e-groceries. Yes, e-grocery application. You can see in my GitHub. My GitHub is at. Let me have a look at my GitHub. Where's my GitHub? I don't know whether my profile is 𝗙𝗃𝗁𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗁. Yeah. Wait a minute. That's my Zoom.
in the meantime, maybe Adrian can share first while you're searching for it. Yeah, maybe Adrian, you can share what is the coolest app that you have made.
Basically for my final year project, I think it's not really the coolest, but it's the most advanced app that I've made. So it's like a social productivity app. Basically how it works is like a social media where you can post stuff, post everything, and you can also import like to-do lists or tasks that other people have posted. So it's like a template for you to then you can customize it and all those stuff. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Okay, cool. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So any news on upcoming GDSC events? Maybe Marcus, they want to answer this question. So by the way, Marcus is the team lead for the GDSC Sunway University chapter.
Yeah, sure, I can come in for this. So I think in general for any GDSC events, you guys can keep up with our social media, which we will share later. We currently have Facebook, Instagram, and a YouTube channel. We might be opening more soon. So all of the updates will be from there. We will also be using STC social media to reshare the posts. But in general, currently our core team at Sunway is basically planning only until this event. We haven't come up with any new event yet. But the good news is there is another event under GDSC Malaysia, which is a collaboration between multiple GDSC chapters from different universities. And we are actually organizing a machine learning study jam using TensorFlow. So if you guys are interested in machine learning, deep learning, and using the TensorFlow Google technology, you can look forward to that event. It will happen somewhere around the start of June. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Marcus, for the answer. So if you are interested in like any events like that, you also can join STC because STC will also be having like upcoming events in the few months. So I think I can continue on our closing session first, and maybe if you all still have questions, you all can add on first. So do follow our social media pages. So our Instagram is at GDSC.Sunway, and we also have a Facebook page, GDSC Sunway University. So we'll be updating our events, or maybe have like sharing also STC events on our IG. So also do remember follow STC IG, which is at Sunway Tech Club, at Sunway TECH Club. So we'll be posting updates on both social media pages, because we are like partnering each other. So we'll be sharing like each other events too. So if you would like to join our chapter as a member, do scan the QR code and it will bring you to the GDSC website. So you just have to click on the join now button and you are immediately our member. So it's really, really easy. So just click on the join now button. So it's free for everyone to join us. So anybody, you don't have to be a student to join us. So as a member, you will receive emails on the updates of our events in the future. Okay. So if you would like to watch all of the recordings, it will also be uploaded in our YouTube channel. But if you have registered for this event, we'll be sending you an email after the event for the YouTube link of the recording for both sessions. So you can always look back like for the Dart and also the Flutter session. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We are really, really grateful for you joining us today, and we hope that you have learned something tonight with us. So thank you once again. Good night and bye-bye. Okay, so in the meantime, maybe I can go back and see if there are any more questions. Why cannot exit? Okay, so I think there's no more questions from the floor. Okay, so thank you everyone. We are really, really happy to have you all here with us tonight. So do remember to come and collect your stickers at JC Hall from next Monday to next Wednesday. We will be available there whole day from 10 to 5 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hi, guys.
I'm nervous about PowerShell anyway.
Yeah, maybe 𝗙𝘂𝘁𝗁, do you want to answer her question? 𝗙𝘂𝘁𝗁 left already.
Yeah, I think 𝗙𝘂𝘁 left.
Okay, Marcus.
But I can answer your question a little bit. So I think you need to first understand the difference between PowerShell and Android Studio, because PowerShell is a command line interface. It's a terminal used to execute commands.